Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today, we'll see a team that can get it done on the ground. The Niners are top 10 in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Raiders team that wants to keep the running game in check.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the San Francisco 49ers. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. This is Marshawn Lynch looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Ten yards still left on second down. To throw, Castile. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And a great spot to start this drive from here. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. First man through. It's the fullback use check. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 13 yards on the pickup. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that a defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
On second down, Lynch. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Here's Castillo. Off play action. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Kettle Witherspoon. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation? Looking forward to this opportunity. And the second part of that is when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Now let's go. Detroit! Detroit! No, Jack, Patriot! Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's 3rd and 5.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the 13-year man puts it through. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. And it's the Chiefs that have grabbed the early lead over the Chargers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Bridgewater now on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there, and I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you. Williams loses the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. Put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Second down here after the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Third and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On is the punter King to send it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you... And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last drive, 3-and-out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Let's go, Tiger!
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he is knocked down from the side at the 23. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. They only needed a few inches there on second, but forget the halfback dive. They were going for the big one.
I thought it was a good time to take a shot. You figure with their running game, if they don't get it there, you come back and run for it and pick up the first down. Go ahead and be aggressive. Try and get one downfield for a big one.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down at the 36. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go.
They run again on first down. Lynch busting free. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 1:59 to go in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Bridgewater now from the 50. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First down, the run with Lynch. And he's got room. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second down, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. The 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Let's go. Wide 80. Dagger.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Third and long for Bridgewater. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Bird. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. The former 49er, Aldon Smith, in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Garoppolo to throw on second down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Good! All right, now, look at 56. All right, here we go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
So, Party, the next time we see this coaching staff, I want you to have my back here because that was really kind of a white flag type of a play, almost a little bit of a surrender. Just turn and hand it to the big guy, get what you can, and be prepared to kick the ball away.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up into half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A run here with Lynch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10, and in this case, they did it really successfully.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. A second down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down. The Raiders on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90.
Play clock winding down. They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more? Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized. Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know, all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that. Dorsett, the man in motion. On play action, now Garoppolo. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass. They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds. And they'll spot it right at the 20. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Let's go.
Now it's Brown. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss? Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again. Makes sense, doesn't it? Wide open, Amari Cooper. A good pickup there, a 22. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there. And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there. And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Being chased out left. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the ball is going to wind up out out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. To throw, Bridgewater. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That's it, baby.
The Raiders on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Play action now. Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Solomon Thomas in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Second down following the run. Play action. Garoppolo. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's a give to Lynch. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
There's no secret to beating a 3-4 when you're trying to run the ball up the middle. You have to control the guy over the nose of the center. And oftentimes, he's awfully hard to move. That's why he's there. A big guy, usually north of 300 pounds, with some agility. But somehow, you've got to figure out how to move him. And most teams will double the nose. center, and a guard, trying to move him to one side or the other. And when they're able to do that successfully, as just happened here, that's when you get big-time running plays.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Let's go.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And it's third down. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
Bridgewater to throw it. And caught. Right side. Green. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now Gold for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. Back to it after the pick 6. Bridgewater. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down following the incompletion.
Let's go.
To throw is Bridgewater. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Flushed out right. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. You got control of this thing. Get him.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And that stretches the lead to 27. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Bridgewater now on second down. Green's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They set up the screen to Lynch. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now in Carson. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Bridgewater. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the... And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Garoppolo looking to throw. He's going to air one out. That's caught at the 25. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams know